she was focused on about a 2. Her costume was about a 9. I'll give her that much.
Okay.
Cheeseburger's back. Biggest pop of the match so far. We have Kojima and Tenzan's ankles coming out. Masahito Kakihara's next.
So that was really big. So the Kakihara thing, what happened is they played the UWF music, and people were stunned because, again, nobody knows who's in this match. It's all a surprise. And actually, as far as surprises
Was it ever?
As far as surprises go, I mean, Cheeseburger was in last year, and that wasn't that big of a surprise, but there were no, like Scott Norton, Brian Cage, there were people like that I know names.
This wasn't like the last few years where some of these names were just like, oh my god, I can't believe this guy's here.
Yeah, or Kabuki, or Hiro Saito, or Koshinaka. I was hoping, like, when's Koshinaka coming? Or, not necessarily Koshinaka, but somebody, Kengo Kimura, just somebody from the 80s, because that's one of the things that this match is known for. Kind of like WWE, where they bring back the old guys for that quick 90 seconds. And there was nobody like that the whole match. And then the UWF music plays, and Kazuya Yamazaki, who's one of the TV announcers, that's his entrance music, and he was a New Japan star years ago. He gets up and acts like he's taking off of his jacket, and then Kakihara came out, and the story with Kakihara is he's been battling cancer, and people know that. It's been pretty well known. So he came out, and he's really small and light. He's lost a ton of weight. I mean, he was like really no bigger than Cheeseburger, and they were trying to put him over, and he was really good in his day. And, he was a guy who's battling cancer, who's old, and, what else can you say? I mean, it wasn't like it was embarrassingly bad, but it ended up with Cheeseburger and Kakihara as the last 2.
So it comes down to these 2 guys, and Kojima and Tenzan were low bridge before that, and then it's Kakihara and Cheeseburger. So, do a spot, Kakihara hits the STO, gets the pin, and wins! A happy ending. I thought it was a great ending.
So they showed Yamazaki at ringside in tears, watching his guy who was battling cancer win this. And then Kakihara put on a Takayama t-shirt, with this nice saying on the back. And so it was kind of like, because Takayama was also originally a UWF guy, so it was like Kakihara was brought in battling cancer and dedicated the win to Takayama.
Get out of my
down. So I do want to mention, and I've tweeted about it many, many times, but Eric Jominski, who does the Real Heroes updates, which is a great resource, they raised almost $8,000. In fact, they're presenting it tomorrow to Suzuki for Takayama, just from the United States. They raised, in the United States, we because I was part of this, we raised more money for this than All Japan Pro Wrestling did. I don't know how much New Japan did, but all the indies in Japan were raising money. And through, just Twitter and things like that in the United States, we raised more money than they did. So that's some really great work. And yes, it was not much of a match. It was the worst match on the show, quite frankly. But
quite frankly, I think everyone expected that going in.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't vote for the worst match because they liked the ending so much. But it was, the big surprise. I mean, it was a nice story when all was said and done. But in some ways, if you throw that out, the surprises weren't. You heard all the names. There were no great surprises, no holy shit stuff or anything like that. I really wish Kabuki would have been in it and retired here. It just, he retired about a week ago on a Noah show, at Korakuen, and it would have just been cool to just go in there and announce that this was going to be Kabuki's retirement and have him come out. It's only 2 weeks later, come out, blow the mist and something, but that's that.
Roppongi 3K, Young Bucks for the IWGP Junior Tag Team titles. Rocky Romero ringside as the director. Story of this match is Yo, as well as Matt, both destroyed their backs doing dives. And so you had one guy with a good back, one guy with a bad back on each team. And this was Very different from a Young Bucks match on a Ring of Honor pay-per-view in the sense that it was very psychologically sound. They did about, I was going to say half, but maybe they did about a quarter of what they would normally do. They still pulled out tons of big moves. There was still a Meltzer driver.
That was the finisher. Well, the lead to the finish. The finisher was actually a sharpshooter.
That's right, but mostly it was about the story of everybody's bad back and fighting over sharpshooters and power bombs on the outside onto a guy's bad back. And I mean, it was a very, very good tag team wrestling match.
Real good.
Which I think. When people think of the Young Bucks, I mean, they think of, like, high spots and big moves, but they're a great tag team. Like, Jim Cornette would have been proud of this match.
No, he wouldn't.
He would have. He should have.
He wouldn't. And, you know, look, they did the thing with, when they lost the belts to Ricochet and Taguchi, the Young Bucks, they did the same thing. They, you know, it's like, they can do this. It's like Will Ospreay. You know, like, people go, well, you can't do this. I mean, every now and then Will Ospreay will go do a match, old style, where these guys will do a match, you know, like 80s style, just to show that they can. But the reality
We're here, boy.
they get a little better doing their style, and that's what they should do. I'm not saying here, there was a reason to do this. This is the, you know, again, this was the opening match on the show, and it's the beginning of what's probably going to be a long-term program. The Young Bucks won the championship, which I expected that was going to happen, because it keeps showing you something to chase. And Show and Yo are getting very popular. The fans voted them Tag Team of the Year in Japan, which we were only a couple of months for. And a lot of people came to Tokyo and dressed like Show and Yo. A lot of the women, they're real popular with the women. So it's like an upcoming babyface Japanese team. And you want to keep, you know, if they had won this, it's like, okay, you can chase what's your story. So, you know, that's what they did. Matt powerbombed Rocky on the ramp, and there were dives and things like that. Nick did a brutal elbow on Show. There was
oh my God, there was a senton to the back. They absolutely did the combo senton to the back of Yo and just crushed this guy dead. I thought he was done for.
There were 3 or 4 things in this match, maybe 3 things in this match, where the selling was so good that if they didn't jump on the thing as the storyline, it was almost like, as the referee jumped down, are you okay, are you okay? And I mean, it looked, some of those things looked really bad. So in that sense, I thought the selling by Yo and Matt was really, really tremendous work. And I think Nick was actually the star of the match, just doing all kinds of crazy moves. And, you know, yeah, it's, on a normal show, this would have been like, I don't know when this was over. It's like, I know it's not going to be match of the night because, I just figured that there was going to be some stuff coming up better, that was going to be later. But, on a normal, American pay-per-view or something, this would have been as good as anything on the show.
I got one nitpick, though. I'll be that guy, even though I love this match. The spot where Show and Yo have double single leg crabs, and Matt's back is just killing it. And finally, he goes to tap, but Nick stops his hand from hitting the mat.
A little cartoonish.
It was creative and all, but I mean, that's intent, okay? The guy tapped. This was poor refereeing.
No, but I mean,
Listen, in the UFC, if you put a submission on a guy and he does not tap, but he screams, the referee's stopping the match. Matt tried to tap, but his brother didn't let his hand hit the mat. That's still a tap.
Okay. In professional wrestling, they've actually done this many times.
I know, they've done it many times. I'm not blaming the Bucks. I don't like the spot. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, but I mean, think about this. In the Suzuki Goto match, I mean, there were times when Goto was out. I mean, we're sitting there.
That's bad refereeing there as well. But
you know what I mean? It's like, was Goto intelligently defending? I mean,
no.
He was like out. And they just stand there, and, it was like they didn't stop the match. Because that match, like, in theory, if you're watching the fight, Goto and Suzuki should stop the fight 2 or 3 times.
The one big criticism of New Japan is the refereeing. I mean, they make the referees look like fools. I mean, this referee was a fool. This referee should never be licensed to referee again in that gauntlet match. But we'll get to that. In the gauntlet match, never openweight tag team titles. Started with Taichi Iizuka and Sabre versus Elgin and War Machine. And they went a while. Suzuki-gun attacked him at the bell, worked over Hansen, six-way. Hansen missed a giant moonsault. And finally, they're setting up for the fallout. Taichi takes the ref, Suzuki-gun interferes, and Sabre taps out. Actually, he put the triangle armbar on Rogue, who passed out, and so the referee...
Well, it was a combination of armbar and a heel hook at the same time.
I think it was just the armbar triangle. He grabbed the leg to take the guy down because he was standing. I don't think it was actually an ankle lock, but Ishii and Yano...
So the deal there with Rose submitting is because
they're on their way out.
They're gone. Yeah, they're gone to WWE, and so when you're gone, you should lose, clean. And they put over Sabre, who's the strongest guy on the Suzuki-gun team. So Elgin, I don't know, Elgin obviously he's in a weird situation right now, but the other two guys. That was it for them, and hopefully they do well. They're a great team. They really come on in the last year, and hopefully they can keep that going in WWE.
Ishii, Yano, and Beretta versus Suzuki-gun. We had Chaos attacking him with the bell. Everyone's going a million miles an hour. And then Yano low blows Taichi, cradles him for the pin.
The whole thing went 40 seconds. It was just what it was. It just got rid of Suzuki-gun.
Oh yeah, Juice Robinson, Taguchi, Makabe versus Ishii, Yano, and Beretta. For some reason, the graphic on the screen mentioned David Finlay in this match, so somebody used somebody here.
Yeah, well, somebody messed up, yeah.
Broke down into a six-way, and the finish was awesome. Taguchi does his tribute to Nakamura. He sets up, and instead of the knee, he goes for the hip attack, but Yano ducks.
Sidesteps.
Taguchi flies through the air right into a cradle and is pinned.
That was a really nice looking finish.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the match was only 3 minutes. There was nothing much to it, but, it's all action.
We have Fale, Tamatanga Tangaloa versus Ishii, Yano, and Beretta.
Hello?
She's running wild on everybody. Tries to give Fale the brainbuster, fails several times. Finally hoists him up and hits it. The place goes absolutely nuts. And by the way, if you don't watch New Japan, the brainbuster is actually a vertical suplex in Japan. He gave this guy a vertical suplex. He got the biggest pop on the show.
You should have seen it.
I saw it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
The Ishii Keith Lee match.
Yep, incredible.
That was
the finish. A vertical suplex.
Yeah. The Ishii Keith Lee match was probably, from a psychological standpoint, one of the best matches I've seen all year, as far as just a simple, people, when it was over, I started getting on Twitter when that match was a Revolution Pro match in London, about a month ago or so, and I started getting, this is the greatest match, 5 stars, I was like, look at these, because I'm a big fan of Revolution Pro. They have a lot of really cool, their big shows at York Hall are great. It's like watching a PWG or a high-end New Japan show, and so I'm watching it, and it's like, this is the most simple, and this is not a knock, in fact, it's a compliment. This is the most simple match, not this much, it's all this little story of little Ishii, because Keith Lee is such a giant, he's trying to get that brainbuster, and he's trying to do the same thing here with Fale, the exact same thing. And when he finally got it, the place just exploded because of Ishii is really, everyone knows he had more 4-star matches than probably anyone in the world last year. But in some ways, I think, people just think, oh, he's just some guy who, just does these, matches where they just beat the hell out of each other, and that's his gimmick. And it's this guy understands wrestling and how to work a wrestling match and how to sell in a different way than almost everyone in the business.
Kill confirmed.
The key to Ishii is his selling and his psychology, not his million miles an hour, clothesline, kick out, and all that stuff.
Friendly shot century performing Overwatch.
But, the final match was good. It was not, this is probably the gauntlet to me, as far as the main card, was probably the weakest thing on the main card, but it flowed well. It was easy to watch. Nothing was too long, and the ending worked.
Right, it's a dude buster, and they win the never open weight 6-man titles. So the story of the show continues. All title changes up to this point. We have Cody and Kota Ibushi. I thought the second half of this match was great. I thought the first half of this match, I know Cody's a heel, but there were so many spots. Cody's stalling, Randy gets involved, stalling, Randy gets involved.
Well, they were really trying to bring during New Japan, and I guess that, they're not good stars. So that was like, they don't have the pretty American girl. They have Peter doesn't get involved, so it's like, she's kind of doing the Maria thing. And so, that was the story. I thought that as far as, like, handling himself as a star, Cody's really come a long way in the last couple of months. I'd say, move-wise, there's any difference, but it's just like, I think his confidence has grown tremendously, because he's a guy, he always wanted to be a star. I know from people, I didn't know him when he was a WWE guy, but I had friends that were friends with him, and they would always tell me how he wanted it bad.
Fuck!
He wanted it bad. It was just like, and he was trying to figure out how to get there, and then it wasn't going to happen. So he left, and, he's been very smart how he used time. And as far as, at first it was just Cody Rhodes from WWE, who was working his ass off, going all over the world, trying to make this crap. And now, it's like, he really, I think because business at Ring of Honor was up, and he knows it's like, he's got that feel. I think when he won the Ring of Honor title, it really turned him around in some
The enemy has a
ways.
drone package.
Like the thing with the ring, and just little things, and now he's got the blonde hair, which I guess is for an acting kid.
Friendly shock injury performing Overwatch.
Yeah, I'll find what the deal is there. But, as far as the match, Kota Ibushi's fantastic. And, it was, I thought, like, this match would have been the best match on many shows.
Enemy UAV.
I thought the match, especially, just a great match.
So it really picked up there in the middle when Cody gave him a crossroads off the apron of the floor, which sounds horrifying, but it actually was totally safe. Ibushi did a diving forward roll, but it looked like
Fantastic. He did that. People thought, oh my God, like he got hurt really bad. It was like when you watched the slow-mo replay, it was like he was in total control.
Yep, tried another one in the ring. Ibushi reversed. Blonde darted him into the corner.
I hate the Blonde Dart spot.
I hate that spot. Cody goes for the disaster kick. Ibushi avoids it, boots him in the face. Phoenix splash. 1, 2, 3. Hell of a last few minutes of this match. It was great. David Boy Smith Jr. and Lance Archer versus Eagle and Sonata for the tag team titles. So I know that you got some feedback from people that didn't like this match. I liked it. I will say that as a match, it really wasn't that exciting, but David Boy Smith and Lance Archer are these two giant monsters.
Enemy UAV in your vicinity.
Eagle and Sonata in such an entertaining manner.
Especially Sonata.
Oh my God, they smashed these guys. They were destroying young boys outside. Archer just slamming the hell out of them on the outside, just destroying them. Worked on Sonata forever. Eagle got the hot tag. And finally, broke there before way. Magic Killer on Smith, he kicked out. Then Sonata followed with a big moonsault, got the pin, won the title. And yeah, I loved Smith and Archer in this match. Just a great, giant monster team.
I loved Sonata in this match, even though he didn't do a lot of the Sonata stuff himself. But it wasn't about him. This match was not about Sonata doing every move that he knows. This match was about Archer and Smith are going to lose, but they wanted him to be strong. And that's what they did. And Sonata and Eagle were going over, so the idea is because we're obviously going to be building rematches at a long-term program, I think, with these guys. And Sonata, again, the
Enemy bombardment incoming.
all four, they're so long. So it's kind of and lower are all right. War Machine's great. Archer and Smith are good. You know that the matches have been good to very good, but they've never been, you know, on the level of championship matches that they and I think that the certain style people, I think the Japanese fans are going to be more into it, and it kind of gives Sonata and people, you know, I suspected they were going to win the titles, and so it was, but yeah, I mean, it was mostly just Sonata selling, and at the end, making the comeback. Goto, I mean, Evil didn't do a lot of his normal stuff either. Those guys just, you know, big guys who lost but stayed strong. So that was the idea.
Minoru Suzuki, Hiroki Goto, never open weight title, both men's hair on the line. Up until this point, this was my favorite match on the show. Although they did do this stupid spot where Suzuki puts him in a sleeper, drags him to the corner, climbs to the middle rope, hangs him via sleeper. Goto is dead. Doctor comes in. Goto is dead. He's not moving. He's out.
Was the doctors in the ring should be like an automatic ending of the match?
I think so. Yeah. So this guy's out. They won't stop the match. Finally, Goto comes back to life, fires up, tries to make a comeback. Suzuki just laughs in his face, beats the hell out of him. Tries the sleeper, gotcha pile driver, Goto escapes. Suzuki keeps going for it over and over again. Finally, of course, Suzuki-gun tries to run in, but the young bullies and Yoshihashi are out there to stop him. Goto lays out Taichi and runs into the big Suzuki dropkick, which is always the best spot.
Oh, because you don't see it coming?
Yeah.
And also, that was an incredible dropkick.
Suzuki strikes and slaps the holy hell out of it, puts the sleeper back on.
Like that kick, like almost like it was too much. It was like this was really one of the best dropkicks you'll ever see as far as height and timing and impact. I mean, it was really something. You know, 49-year-old guy doing.
So Goto fights free, middle rope, Ushigoroshi, trades his arms, and then finally Goto hits a headbutt of his own. GTR to the front, regular GTR for the pin. Goto wins the never openweight title. So after the match, Suzuki's supposed to shave his head. But all of Suzuki who comes in to drag him in the back so he will not be humiliated. He gets halfway back and sort of starts to come to and changes. He didn't change his mind. He didn't have to say this. He just starts storming back to the ring.
The idea is that he was still out and he was not silly and they were dragging him against his will.
Yes.
And as soon as he figured out, as soon as he kind of recovered from the finish, that's like, I'm a man of my word, I'm leaving. And he went back to the ring.
So he goes to the ring, Goto set up a chair. But Suzuki grabs a chair of his own, and he boots Goto's chair to the ring. He sets up his own chair. He strides over, grabs the clippers from Goto, sits down, shaves his own head. He grabs the ponytail portion, he slams it down on the chair, and he leaves. This was so great, because number one, I mean, Suzuki coming back after they tried to drag him away and voluntarily shaving his own head. This is like something that should be so humiliating to Suzuki. And I'm sure it was humiliating, but when he slammed that ponytail on the chair, I thought, dude, everybody's gonna die.
He was a man of his word at the end. It's like he's an asshole. He's a man of his word.
And now he's angry.
Yeah, that striking stuff that he did near the end. And I mean, Goto was starting to swell up. I mean, there's a lot of like bloody mouths on the show.
Oh yeah,
a lot of this was like watching. Sometimes when the WWE shows that the guys are working really stiff, and a lot of times with New Japan, it feels like it, but they really aren't. But this one, they really were. You know, I mean, they were. It was pretty hardcore. I thought that Goto's Goto. On a big match, he's going to work hard. You're going to get what you get. Suzuki's up and down. You never know what you're going to get with him because of his age. He has limitations. But when he's got the right opponent, Goto was in the right story.
There was barely any Suzuki Gun. It was just a match, and it was a grudge match, and it was a fight, and it was awesome.
I thought, I'm watching this, and it's like this guy is a
Kill confirmed.
wrestler. That's what
Let's get to it.
Watching this
Hell yeah, he is a Hall of Famer.
He is a Hall of Famer. anniversary show is March 6th. The New Japan Cup Finals will be March 21st in Niigata. The March 25th show is going to be on Long Beach State University. Then Sakura Genesis is going to be April 1st, which allows Tanahashi and Ibushi, which I don't know if people know this, although it's in the Ibushi will be on the Ring of Honor show in New Orleans, along with Tanahashi and Kenny Omega. So they're all coming, and there's probably guys coming as well because New Japan moved their big sumo hall up a week, so the guys can come to New Orleans. Then April 29th, there's a big show in Kumamoto. Then Wrestling Dontaku, which is usually a big show, big nation, is split that up to 2 nights in Fukuoka at the International Center. So it's May 3rd and May 4th. Usually just May 3rd. Usually announced May 18th. I don't know if that's the finals. It's usually the first night, but they announce the date, announce the place. Then June 9th to begin Osaka June Hall. June 15th is in and the G1 will start July 15th. And August as well. They're not starting with the Sapporo. They're going to do 2 nights at Oregon Hall on the 14th and 15th of July. Then the 16th is Sapporo. And they didn't announce the dates, but the finals. This last announcement essentially was because Sumo Hall's being renovated this summer. So a lot of people were like, what are they going to do? And so they are doing 3 straight nights at Budokan Hall. It's the first time they've been at Budokan Hall in years and years. And there you go. August 10, 11, and 12. So if you want to go...
the enemy has a drone package. Enemy UAV in your vicinity. Kill confirmed.
There were about 2,000
Kill confirmed.
Americans or Europeans at the show. There were over 100 at a lot of the spy shows. So there was like a lot. I mean, this is the tour. There were more Americans at the Tokyo Dome than there are at all but a few, and I mean a handful of Ring of Honor shows in the entire history of the company.
The enemy launched a counter
More
UAV.
than like at basically a handful of ECW shows in the history of that company. More than, there have been TNA crowds that were bigger than 2,000, obviously, but not years. So it's like, well, I should say, a couple of years, yeah. So it's like, it's impressive. It's pretty amazing, and I would expect that with Budokan, which means that they're going to have about 3,000 to 5,000 extra seats to fill for G1. So that third night at G1, which is always a difficult night to get tickets for,
Kill confirmed.
it shouldn't be that difficult. So, and obviously with the bigger building to fill, they're probably going to have a good or as better G1 as far as an in-value thing goes. So there you go.
We had the 4-way for the junior heavyweight title. Marty Scurll, Will Ospreay, Hiromu Takahashi, Kushida. Awesome entrances here, including Marty Scurll, who has added wings. It's like Dr. Massey.
I really thought that Marty Scurll handles himself like he's a superstar. I just think he's like a real complete package. These guys, Will Ospreay's a super worker, Hiromu Takahashi's super popular, and it's funny. I mean, Kushida is the best person.
Kill confirmed.
In some ways, I mean, Will's the most spectacular. But Kushida's just so solid. Felt to me almost like he got lost in this match in the sense that other guys are more spectacular and other guys are more charismatic, and he's the hometown. He's like the big kind of like the cornerstone of the division. But I felt that, like, of the four guys, that they all kind of outshined him.
The overall story of the match is that Ospreay can never beat Scurll. And so at the end of the match, Ospreay beats Scurll.
Enemy Vulture is on the field.
Title. All sorts of great spots. Ospreay doing a moonsault off the lighting stand onto everybody. We had a quadruple down off everybody hitting a big move, and then 4 clotheslines. We had Ospreay trying the Oscutter falling into a chicken wing, but of course that was broken up. And and Skrull then hit Ospreay with an Oscar of his own for a near fall. Everybody had a chance to shine. Skrull blinded Kushida with powder, but Kushida still hit the Back to the Future Ospreay, broke it up. And Takahashi made a big comeback sunset.
So Takahashi was out of match for a long time because Marty Skrull used duct tape.
Friendly drone support is active.
Barricade. So he's out
The
of
enemy
match.
has a drone package.
That may have been the best part of the whole show, or at least the match. He threw a 3 and he just went for it. Just like, he was doing that, something powerball 2 in a row.
Enemy
And
has a
just
drone
going
package.
crazy on everybody.
Hits the sunset flip powerbomb on everybody off the apron. Then Ospreay does a shooting star to the outside on everybody.
Enemy
Hits the
Trinity
apron
rocket
at
in use.
450, but Takahashi kicks out. And finally, Skrull hits everybody with his umbrella. Finally goes for Ospreay. Ospreay avoids it, hits the Os Cutter, gets the win.
The enemy has a drone package. Enemy UAV.
It's not well enough.
Yeah.
It sounds significantly worse than it looked.
It sounded really bad right to the head.
So, do I know?
And I should mention also in the Go to Suzuki match, there was one headbutt.
There was one headbutt that was pretty grotesque, but the second one, the big second one they did.
Enemy scanner active.
Yeah. And I don't even know. Like, I was watching it live, so I couldn't rewind. So I didn't really, like, normally I rewind stuff, but I was watching
Friendly
live
scanner
on the
active.
stream, and I didn't want to risk messing it up, so I didn't do any rewinding. But I don't even know how bad it really was. So who knows?
I mean, I've seen worse. I mean, it was almost like
Kill
I was
confirmed.
a bunch of people and a couple of wrestlers, and it was kind of there were the idea of after what happened with Shibata, they still did it, but it wasn't like Shibata. It wasn't sick, although Callis sure put it over like he was sick.
Yeah, I heard Callis talking about 2 cannonballs, and I thought, God, I hope not.
Yeah, but I mean, when he did it, it was just like, it was, one of the moments in the show, there was like 3 or 4 corners, like, come on, this stuff's awesome, but just protect that head, protect the freaking head, as much as you can. It's type of wrestling.
Tanahashi
It's
Jay
down to
White,
this.
IWGP
Pick it up.
Intercontinental
confirmed.
title. Here's the deal. Tanahashi is a great wrestler. He tells great stories in his matches. Jay White, I mean, you're not going to have a bad match with Tanahashi,
Drone
especially
package
Jay
loaded
White.
up and away.
It was
UAV
a
on
very good
standby.
match, but
A counter UAV
it
is
was just a very good match. Just
We're in the lead.
working over each other's legs early. And striking screws to the first.
Some Tanahashi's great, but, I mean,
It was in the middle of all of these matches.
Request received.
It was
Drone package is on the way.
match. A lot of people thought the 4-way was the best match on the entire show. But, I mean, and as far as, like, your great moves match, because, a lot of
Enemy UAV in your vicinity.
is that
Brochures ready for use.
The Tokyo Dome, and they sure did tonight, and even the Young Bucks with that match.
Flight of 3, inbound home.
In Japan, in almost every match, it starts slow, and the crowd starts slow, and you build, and then you pop the crowd. That's just how they do it there.
Shut the fuck up.
They came off of that real high with the 4-way, and Tanahashi was very limited in what he could do because of his back fitness. And they did a psychologically sound match. I thought it was a really good match too, but a lot of people didn't like it because it was, when you follow something like that and then you go to a slow match, and the reality is Jay White, as much as they wanted him to come in and walk in and be a superstar, they do his angles, the people didn't buy him. He needed more tenure to be third from the top at the Tokyo Dome, and that's what the problem was, is Jay White was third from the top, and Tanahashi was limited, but goddamn, he still did a lot more than I expected him to do. And I mean, a lot of people didn't like this match, thought it was slow. I thought that it was really good, but I mean, again, it's like that tag team title match with Smith and Archer. I think that because everything is so great, stuff that's really, really good, I mean, even great. But, I mean, clearly this was...
It just got lost in the shuffle and was largely forgettable on a show like this. That's all it is.
I mean, it was over. It was kind of like, yeah, was really good. But, I mean, a lot of people didn't like the Tanahashi White match.
I want to say one thing about this match, though. This is about all of professional wrestling. There are a lot of dives nowadays where there's just no safe way to catch a guy. Where you go running and you just fly and there's like knees and elbows everywhere and maybe someone tries to catch you, but usually you just crash and burn and they sort of just kind of get bumped and fall down. And when you're doing dives like that, you're going to shorten your career, okay? Tanahashi goes up to the top, he's going to the post, he's going to do this high fly flow, and my initial thought is, you're fucking out of your mind, dude. Your knees,
those knees,
everything. But you know what?
Elbow, bicep.
The high fly flow off the post is a high cross, and Jay White caught him perfectly, and Tanahashi rolled out of it, and it was beautiful. Like, he could have done this if he was 70. And I think that's one of the keys to Tanahashi. You see, no way, dude. The way he got caught here, he could have done that at 70. It's very different from the other kind of dives you see now where a dude just goes flying and crashes on the ground and the whole 9 yards. I thought Jay White caught him perfectly. Tanahashi, nothing. No, I was just safe on those knees. This was totally safe. His knees never even touched the ground. He got caught. Because that's what a dive is supposed to be. You dive and your opponent catches you and nobody dies, but it looks spectacular. That's what this was. It was awesome. And then we had Jericho and Omega.
Before I was waiting to the finish.
Oh, the finish, I'm sorry. Well, high fly flow. Everyone should know this. High fly flow to the back and under the front for the pin.
A lot of leg working over, by Jay White, which was kind of a story match. Jay White didn't. I mean, I've seen this. Jay White didn't rise to the occasion, and this match was all about Jay White rising to the occasion. And it's the reality. Is that he was good. He's going to be great. He's 24, 25 years old in a high position after being a prelim guy. He needed a killer performance. He did not deliver a killer performance. I'm not down on him at all. I completely believe, he's going to be one of the biggest stars in wrestling going forward. Okada, when he first came back, which was a lot of people compared when Okada first came back and wrestled Yoshihashi, I believe it was, in his first Tokyo Dome, and it was like nothing. It wasn't good, and then they, promoted Okada to the championship level, and people going like, what are they doing? And of course, obviously, in hindsight, the promotion of Okada turned out to be, Hito's greatest work of his, that he's ever done. And I think, in some ways, I don't know. A lot of people wanted Jay White to win, but it's just not how they do it. I mean, you're not gonna. One of the things with
it's not his time.
Yeah, you could argue. I mean, he could have won. And if Tanahashi, and again, if I'm in charge of this, and I'm not obviously, I would do this and I'm going to take 4 months off or 6 months off. And you're just going to heal. And we don't, it's like come back for G1 or come back for, maybe Super Bowl in April. Take some time off. And I would have Jay White beat him. And let him rest. But as the way they do their business, if you're Tanahashi or you're Okada, those are the 2 key guys, and Naito's there too, as well. Those 3 guys, and get Kenny. They're only going to beat you when it's like with another guy at your level, and it's only going to be when it's the right time to beat you. I mean, in a sense, like when the networks themselves, which have a little bit of the say so. I mean, there's certain guys, Nakamura was like that as well. When he was there, it's like the mentality in Japan is just you can only lose to your other top guys, and it's got to be at the right time. And even if you're going to lose, you're going to come back and win type of thing. And I think that the idea is when it's a young guy, is that you chase, and maybe someday Jay White will get his win over Tanahashi, and that will be like the crowning story type of a thing. But I know people were like, he's going to come. You know, he laid him out in those two angles, and also he did lay him out in those two angles, so it was kind of like, yeah, Tanahashi probably won. But they protect their, you know, the guys that are the money guys. They don't have them lose for no reason, and that's why they stay special. You know, as opposed to, you know, what we talk about where wins and losses don't count. And what Jay White does in Tanahashi is going to be a bigger deal than it was. Nevertheless, like I said, under the circumstances,
Jericho Omega. I want to say before we even start talking about the match that I thought that Don Callis was unbelievable in this match. Like, prime Jim Ross, I felt, in this particular match. He was so good. And obviously he's part of the storyline, basically, since he's Omega's main backer. He took the code breaker from Jericho on the angle. I thought it was great. So, this match was unbelievably great. Lived up to expectations. The whole key to this match was everything about this match was exactly how it should have been, based on the story. It was a fight.
I want to mention also, as far as like, a lot of people were disappointed that Jericho and Omega didn't cut promos on Wednesday night at the Tifa Moriarty thing.
Yeah, the last time they were together, it was a disaster.
Right.
So in storyline, they should have been allowed in there.
Exactly. That's and I see. I like that because it was like
That's how it should be.
it's like by them not being there, it tells everyone there's something going on here, and it also says like this is different from the other matches. Everybody else is out here winning. It was a wrestling match. It was a championship, and in this one it was very much. You know, like a lot of people didn't even know if the title was still at stake because the thing was it wasn't the title anymore. In this case, it was like they tried to elevate it as this big grudge match because they wanted to be different. And the whole key is like maybe Goto was a fight and maybe a more realistic fight in a lot of ways. Like it looked like a martial arts match and like what a real fight would look like. Whereas this was an old-time pro wrestling fight. It's a different type of a thing. It's not like a real fight, but it's the fight that we used to grow up watching, thinking the fight was before we started seeing the fight. And in that sense, you know, that's, you know, because again, like people go like, well, why make it no DQ? Because nobody ever gets DQ'd. But it was like, they did the no DQ to set up your mentality that you're watching something that is different from everything else on the show. And they delivered you a juice in the match, which, again, I mean, they did the juice in the angle, but juice in the match, which they never did. I was surprised Jericho didn't choose, although he did. But he was bleeding. I mean, he was cut from a cut. He had his, like a cut on his hamstring or lower hip. And he had this cut around his eye, and was not bleeding as well.
Might have been.
Yeah, I mean, he was banged up. These guys, it was a rough, tough match.
They had started with a hockey fight. Jericho went for the walls. Omega get the ropes. Jericho immediately screams, "There's no DQ. I don't need to let go of this hold." Omega crawls through to get outside, goes for a springboard, misses, smashes through the announce table, taking out Don Callis. There's bodies everywhere. They do the best spot outside. Here's what's so awesome about Jericho. He's a real heel. He's not a bad guy that people are supposed to think is cool and like. He goes out there and he tosses down Red Shoes, which he can do because it's no DQ. Then he slaps his son and puts his son in the lion tamer. That was so great. That was so awesome. And there's nothing Red Shoes can do about it because it's no DQ.
Yeah, I thought that was so interesting because what I thought was cool about that is that, like, it shows to me, you know, like a lot of guys when they go to Japan, it's like you're going for a paycheck. And I mean, he got a big paycheck after this. But you're going for a paycheck, and you just kind of like go there, you do your match, you drink, you know what I mean? You kind of have fun in Roppongi, and all this. It's like Jericho very clearly, the idea that he did the spot, whether someone suggested to him or not, it's like he knows about Shota Umino as the son of the referee, and he, you know, it's like, and someone may have mentioned, you know, like, oh, by the way, the young boy is the son of the referee. But he thought enough to come up with a spot this, and you can do it. And if you're like really, what's a tunnel vision, which he was, if you're doing tunnel vision, you're going to come up with this. But that was the thing that I really liked about it, was like, it showed his, you know, he wasn't there. I'm a big league WWE star, and you know he could do